So here we are going to discuss about information security, computer security and network security. So what is the basic meaning of security? We need to provide uh, some mechanisms to prevent from unauthorized access. So what are the things we have to protect? We have to protect that information. We have to protect the place where we have that information, that is nothing but your computer, and you have to protect the network through which we are communicating with each other. So all these are the things to be protected. So we have to provide security for information, need to provide security for computer, and need to provide the security for network. Okay. So first we have information security. So information security refers to the process of protecting data or information from unauthorized users and to allow legitimate users to access the data. Only authorized people, only the persons who are permitted to enter or to access that information. Okay, only those people can access it. Others who doesn't have any authorization, who doesn't have any authentications, they can't access the data. So this is nothing but you are providing some security to that information what we have stored in your place. Okay. So the major changes in the information security requirements occur before the advancements in the use of data processing equipments. So nowadays there are a number of softwares, there are a number of techniques to hack the information, to get the data irrelevantly or to get the data illegally. So because of that, whatever the security which we provide, it should be in such a way that any other malware functions or any other viruses shouldn't affect on your PC or on your data. So you have to provide those kind of security systems for that. So an example of physical security is that usage of rugged filing cabinets along with a proper locking facility for preserving sensitive documents. For example, if you have any sensitive documents, what we do in generally, we will keep it in a locker. Okay. So that locker will have all the things whatever we have, and all those things will have proper security systems. Yes. Okay. So that is about information security. And the second one is computer security. It refers to the branch of computer science that describes the application of secure behavior on the operation of computers. Hence, with the advancement in computer science, the requirement for protecting and securing files which are in the computer and other useful information by using variety of automated tools to provide the security. Okay. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And here we have one more point to discuss. So that is network security. What is the meaning of network security? Whenever we are providing a network in the sense collection of networks, collection of interconnected systems is called as a network. So when we are dealing with multiple systems to transmit the data from one place to another place, we have to provide a security through that network. So previous 2 points which are discussed, to provide the security to the data whatever you have in a system, first you have to provide the security for the data, then you have to provide the security to the system. Now if your system is in a network, if your system data can be communicated with any other systems, so in the transmission of data from one system to another system, there might be a chance of data loss, there might be a chance of hacking the data. So to overcome these problems, you have to provide security to the data through network. So network security refers to the plans or arrangements made in the network infrastructure along with various techniques used by the network administrator. This is done for protecting network and its resources from unauthorized access. So what is the need for network security? It is needed because it is basically needed to secure the network from hackers, and it is needed to eliminate the transmission delays. It is needed to perform secure information transfer. It is needed to protect organization assets, and it is needed to protect the data from unintentional usage. It protects the network against passive and active attacks. It also required to prevent the data from getting misused. It also required to recover the system from failures. It also required to protect the data from threats which occur due to change of technologies. It is used to require to avoid modifications, exploitation, and refusal of the network and resources. It is also required to deliver accurate data. It is also required to protect the data against cyber crime. So all these things are the mandatory stuff, or the advantages, or the things why we have to go with network security. So the basic terminology is information security, computer security, and network security. So the next question is what is a threat, and write a short notes on threats. Next point is threats. What is the basic meaning of a threat with respect to information technology? So threat is nothing but a data loss. It can be a data loss, it can be any network issues, or it can be any unauthorized accessing of users into your system. So all these things can be treated as threats. So a threat is nothing but it is violates the security that arises upon a occurrence of an event, action, or a circumstances. It affects the network security and causes damage to it. In short, a threat is an expected danger that may lead to vulnerability in the sense data loss. The possible threats to network security is discussed as follows. So insecure network architecture. A network which is not configured in a proper manner becomes an easier entry point for intruders. Okay, when a trust based local network opens an insecure connection, it ultimately causes someone to make use of this opportunity to enter into the network, and they can use, or they can hack the information. Then they will make use unauthorized access of the data whatever we have in your system. And broadcast networks. So the hardware devices such as hubs, routers are dependent on the broadcast or non-switched principles. According to this principle, once the data is transmitted to a recipient over a network, the connecting device, that is hub or router, broadcasts the data packets till it is received by the receiver. In case a vulnerable effect on the address resolution protocol and media access control addressing. So these are the causes which are made in between the router, in the sense the sender and the destination. Once the data has been transmitted, if you have given any wrong address, it will go to that wrong address. So there will be impact on address resolution protocol and media access control protocol. So all these two things must be careful while transmitting the data from one device to another device through broadcasting networks. Third one is centralized servers. The use of centralized computing is another threat to network security. So this can be reduced by integrating all the services into a single server rather than distributing on multiple servers. So instead of placing the same content in multiple places, I will place it at once, and from one place only I want to share the data to the multiple users. So that is best. So in a single server rather than distributing on multiple servers configuration. So this reduces the overall cost and eases the task of network management. So if you have multiple systems, so then you have to maintain multiple systems, multiple network engineers are required, multiple data engineers are required. If you deal everything in a single system, we can reduce the cost and we can reduce many things. So one user, one employee, one network administrator can deal all the things in a single system. Okay. So but the problems with this approach is that It leads to network failure. It occurs when some malfunctioning occur in the centralized server. In such situation, a centralized server acts as an entry point for the unauthorized users to enter and disrupt its functioning. So whatever the functions it is going to made, all the functions will be ruined with the help of that unauthorized introduction into the server. Okay. Next, no firewall. So already in the previous session we have discussed what is firewall. If your system, if your network doesn't have any firewall, then you have opened the doors for the thief. Okay. So you opened your door. You are welcoming the thieves, come inside and take whatever you want to take. So that is the kind if you don't have a firewall. Okay. So the most common error often made by administrators and home users in their assumption, but the network security. Hence, they ignore the implementation of firewall or network packet filtering services when we have purchased any software, purchased any computer, or when we are going with any internet connections. So network security, applying the firewalls, keeping a firewall into your system are mandatory stuff to secure your data whatever you have. So hence they ignore the implementation of firewall network. The firewall installation in a standalone or a gateway is important for segmenting internal and external networks. It simplifies the task of finding the network's external IP addresses for the crackers. Hence, an intruder enters into the network and acts as a proxy. This problem can be prevented by the network firewalls. So this problem can be prevented by the employing firewalls that perform the task of packet filtering, port forwarding and network addresses translation. For example, if you have observed, whenever you want to open any website, some websites, it will give you a warning like this is not secured website if you want to proceed. So if you click on proceed, then only it will enter into the site. Okay. So before entering into that site, will receive a warning message from the firewall that this website is harmful. Okay, entering into that website is not preferred. So if you find any kind of messages, please ignore the message. In the sense, please don't enter into that particular sites, because you got a warning from that site. Okay. So here you have to provide all these things. These are the threats, reasons for the threats, possible threats to the network. We can have insecure network. Because of insecure network we can have threats. Because of broadcast networks we can have a threat. Centralized servers are also a problem, and if you don't have any firewall system, that is also a problem for unauthorized access or threats. Okay. So explain in detail about security services. What are the different security services we have to take to secure your information? So security services available: confidentiality, authentication, non-repudiation, integrity, availability and access control. So these are the points what we have to discuss. So we will discuss these things in the next class. Explain about security services, and we'll discuss about this TCP and IP protocols. Okay. So all these things we'll discuss in the next class. Clear?
Sir, will you explain once again that question?
What? Which one? Same question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here what is the basic meaning of a threat? It is an unusual action which is to be performed on your system. So in terms of system, in terms of data, threat is nothing but data loss. So what are the possibilities for threats? When you have insecure network architecture, whenever we have created a network, then you have to prepare a secured network architecture. You have to design as a proper network architecture so that any unauthorized person couldn't enter into that network. So because of insecure network architecture, threats may occur. This is one reason. Okay. Next, broadcasting network, broadcasting in the sense transmitting the data from source to destination. So here hubs and routers are the main devices which are used to transmit the data from one place to another place. So what they will do, whenever we are transmitting the data, in that data packet will have the sender address and the receiver address. If you have mapped with a wrong address, then it will go to the wrong channel, right? So the address resolution protocol will take care of the addresses to whom you have to send the information. If the data is transmitted, if it is in the transmission, we may lose the data whatever you have in that particular transition because of improper channels. Okay. Hello, Shravya.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, into
Third one, centralized servers. The use of centralized computing is another threat to network security. The thing is, this can be reduced by integrating all the services into a single server. So instead of maintaining multiple servers, I will maintain only one server. In that only I will have all the information. So I can reduce a number of expenses whatever I have. So this reduces the overall cost and is the task of network management. But the problem with this approach is it leads to network failure. N number of requests will be posted on the same network. Then if the traffic is high, then your network will be failed. For example, we have seen when your results are released on that day, because of that network failure, because of the server failure, n number of requests are rejected, right? Your server didn't work for 2 days whenever you got your result. It is just because of multiple requests, huge traffic. Okay, so that is another problem. No firewall. If your system doesn't have a firewall, then threats are very common. Okay, so if you want to protect your system from threats, you have to make sure that a firewall to be established or installed in your system. So these are the 4 points or the 4 reasons for threats. Okay, so this is about today. Tomorrow we'll discuss about some other points about threats, and we'll see the TCP IP protocols and the data transmission, how the data will be transmitted from one system to another system. Okay, thank you.